Hi everyone, welcome to the CDCS seminar. Today, a bit late today because some of the technical issues were there. Okay, but now finally we are there. Who all have joined? Okay, all of you. Murugraj. Hi Murugraj, how are you? After many months, I'm seeing you, right? We were meeting in JIB, CIB, and then you had asked for CDCS also at that time. Hi, how are you? Fine? Acha. Lexopedia, somebody on YouTube, Lexopedia. So, hi Lexopedia. Also, H08V. It's not cancelled, it's there, a bit late. Okay, technical issues, so that's why a bit late. But see, today what we'll be discussing? We'll be discussing career and strategy webinar. Career and strategy means why should you appear for CDCS? What's the use of this? That we'll be discussing. Second, strategy. What should you follow? What is basically there in studies for CDCS? Then who should attend? Trade finance professionals, bankers, professionals in import-export. See, anyone who's related to import-export. Now, trade finance professional means what? Trade finance professionals, it doesn't mean only bankers or only those who are involved in import-export. It means IT professionals also. All the IT professionals who are involved in coding, AI, artificial intelligence, blockchain technology, all of them need to be here. Then bankers, obviously bankers should be there because we are there for financing. Okay, forex and operations. Then professionals in import-export. Now, who are these professionals? See, the professionals over here, we mean those who are working with these agents. Okay, forwarding agents, those who are working with insurance companies, but those who are involved in export-import, because insurance companies also have a big division. Nowadays, you are seeing all that Strait of Hormuz blocked, right? Some days blocked, sometimes removed. The blockage is now the blockage is removed, right? So everywhere, if there is a blockage, if it's removed, then everywhere this import-export professionals in insurance come in picture. So everyone who's involved in international trade or national trade in one way or the other, that person is involved over here. Anyone who's involved in business, import, export or local trade also, that person will be involved in CDCS. Okay, because it gives you the rules and regulations, what are to be followed. Then what will you learn in this? Is CDCS relevant for you? Second, preparation roadmap and common mistakes which we do. And one more very important point for all those who are attendees over here on the Zoom link. You all will get CDCS starter kit for all attendees. You all will get the same. So definitely follow this and don't miss this session. Okay. So once again, Murugraj, welcome. Hi, say hi. Yeah. Who all are there? Yeah. Do we get the recording? Yes, you'll get the recording. Okay. You'll get a recording of this, not an issue. In fact, I'll show you how to join the classes also at the end. So let's start. Firstly, understand what is CDCS. Certified, or you call it certificate for. Some books call it directly certified documentary credit specialist. Certified documentary credit specialist. Somewhere we write it certificate for documentary credit specialist. It means one and the same. You are basically a documentary credit specialist. Documentary credit means what? It relates to LCs, letter of credits. See, UCP, the CDCS will have five types of subjects. Main. In fact, there are 6. Yeah. In fact, there are 6 to 7, but 5 main. Okay. See, out of these, ICC rules are okay. EUCP 2.1. This is one of them. EUCP 2.1. Then UCP 600, ISP 98, ISBP 821, and URR 725. See this, URR 725. These are the 5 main guidelines, or you can say the books, or you can say the rules, you can say anything. These are the 5 main guidelines or rules on which CDCS is based. One more is there, that is known as Incoterms. One more is there, okay, that is known as AML. Okay, so these total include 7. But Incoterms is a part of UCP only. That's why we don't call it separate. But AML is separate. AML is not a part of anything, and it is part of everything. See, AML is like, it's a bread and butter for the bankers, right? AML means it is for every banker. Every banker in the sense, you do any part of banking, you do anything in banking, you'll have to follow this KYC and AML guidelines, isn't it? So, CDCS is, now who conducts the CDCS? CDCS is conducted by LIBF London. Now about myself, many of you might be not knowing me, or those who will be watching the recorded session. You will also might not be knowing me. So see, my name is Vishal Sureshraav Mantri. I am professor at Adda247. I am an ex-banker. Ex-banker means I have worked in all the foreign banks as well as Indian private banks. Look at the names: Citigroup, then DBS, HDFC, HDFC Bank. Then I have done my CAIIB, CDCS, CITF, NetSet in management, certified banker, bank trainer, BE from COEP, MBA, AMFI, IRDA, NCFM. Then 12th, 10th, first standards, KG1, all these, okay? So all these I have done. So it's a long list. Actually, I don't write many of the degrees over here now. But see, I'm not a professional. If you say, sir, by studying so much, I might have become a typical professor mindset. It's not that. I'm a commercial person. I'm purely commercial. I look at it from everything from the business perspective. And that is what is followed, right? And that's what is required. You must always have the business angle in life. Okay, then only you understand the risk. If you don't have the business angle, then you don't understand the risk in any element in which you are dealing with, right? Because risk is very important. If anybody understands risk in whatever that person might be doing, that person might be a banker, that person might be a doctor, that person might be a thelewala, a shopkeeper, small shopkeeper, anyone. If you understand the risk in your business, you can do your business very properly, isn't it? And same is there in CDCS. CDCS is, what is this? All these 5 documents which are there, what do they give you? They give you the risk in banking, isn't it? So, more about me later, means as we go on discussing. What does CDCS develop? See, CDCS develops core knowledge and understanding of the following areas. What will CDCS give you? See, it will give you the idea of, firstly, remember, it will give you the idea of documentary credits. Their types, their uses, they are including your standby credits. Now look at it. Now what has happened in today's age? In today's age, we are moving towards online. Everything is online now. So even these LCs are going online now. Many things are going online now on blockchain technology. Okay? So same, even though you go in any technology, you go in AI also, you go in blockchain also, CDCS covers the risk part. Risk. See, risk will always be same. You go in you do any technology, you go anywhere, any level of banking, any level of blockchain, but risk always remains the same. So CDCS covers the risk. Today we are having SWIFT method of payment. Might be some years later we might not have SWIFT. We might have something else. But then also risk remains the same. Today we are having physical invoices, physical documents, right? Physical bill of lading. Maybe after 5-10 years, we might not have the physical invoices. Everything will be on blockchain. But then also, risk will remain the same. Right? So, risk never changes. So, it gives you the idea of documentary credits. Then, Rules and trade terms, various trade terms, including ISBP 821, ISP 98, URR 600, UCP 600, URR 725, and Incoterms 2020. So it gives you all these latest ones. And in our portion also, the CDCS class which we take, we also cover the latest versions. All the latest versions are covered over here. Okay, we also cover ISBP 821. We cover EUCP. EUCP is not mentioned over here. EUCP 2.1. See, that is also there. EUCP 2.1 not mentioned. EUCP 2.1. Okay, this is the latest version. We follow that. URR 725. Now, what are all these terms? For those who have entered into this space, they know it. ISBP relates to International Standard Banking Practices, latest version. What all is followed in banking in the latest stage. So this is to be studied. See, basic, I'll tell you, the 5 books or 5 elements which you have to study are these 5 only. ISBP, ISP, UCP, URR. This Incoterms is separate, EUCP. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. 6 comes Incoterms and 7 comes AML. AML might be mentioned over here somewhere. I'll mention it here only, AML. Okay, so these 7 elements you have to study. If you are through in these 7 elements, your CDCS is clear. Be very clear. It's clear. Okay, you'll score more than 70 plus. Okay, parties documentary transactions and the rules and obligations. So what are the rules? Now, one thing many of you might be doubting, why should you study CDCS? Many of you might be thinking, why should you study CDCS? What's the use? See, if you clear CDCS, I'll give you a very practical example. Your salary will rise like anything. You can enter any bank. You be in any bank, you can enter any bank. You can shift from our country to any other country in the world. Any country. Okay, because CDCS is applicable in all the countries of the world. There is no country in the world which does not accept CDCS. There is no international bank in the world which does not accept CDCS. Every bank accepts CDCS. Because that is required. Very few. The result is very hard. The result is hardly 2%. It's not percentage in CDCS. It is percentile in CDCS. Kindly note, it's not percentage. It's percentile. They decide that top 100 students for this year are to be cleared. Top 1000 students are to be cleared. So it's not that you got this percent, so you'll clear it. It depends on what the level of education or what the level of marks other students are getting. So, parties to documentary credit transactions and the roles and obligations. Types and methods of payment, credit used in documentary credit. What are the various types of payments? See, there are basically 4 methods of payment, right? As of now. Advance, then open account, LC, and this collections, right? So all these are studied over here. What are the various types of transport, commercial, and financial documents used in documentary credits? What are the various ways of transporting the goods? What is non-negotiable CWA bill? What is BL? What is multimodal transport document? Okay, all these are to be studied. What is postal, post parcel, road transport, railways? See, there can be various ways, right, of transferring the goods. There can be a software export. Why not? That comes under service. So that is also studied over here. Risks, issues. What are the various risks? Including types of risk, control and mitigants. How to control the risks? What are the way? See, what are the risks which you face? Basically, you will face the buyer's risk or the country risk. See, there are only 2 main risks in international trade. Mainly, there are many, but main are 2. One is counterparty risk, and second is country risk. Okay, counterparty risk means the buyer is bad, the country is good. Suppose if I am selling someone to some buyer in USA. So USA is a good country, but the buyer might be bad. Second is country risk. Country risk means what? Buyer is good, but that country is bad. Means I am selling somebody to, let's say, any example, let's say Afghanistan, or let's say some Pakistan country, or some any it can be. So the buyer is very good, he is ready to pay. But the country says that no foreign payment will go from my country now. So in that case, the country is bad. So only two main risks are there. Main. Others are also there, but main are these two. Related products including letter of indemnity, airway releases, and steamship guarantees. Now, what are these? Steamship. See, these all terms come in picture when the documents have not reached the concerned party, or basically the bank, issuing bank in this case. Before the documents, if the goods reach, then what? In that case, how to release the goods? So these three are used. Okay. Implications of breaching rules related to financial crime, including money laundering and terrorist financing. So here comes the AML angle, anti-money laundering angle. So that is also studied over here. That is very important now, right? AML is a key. Let me see what are the questions others are having. See, any questions you can post it over here. Okay. Any questions you can post it over here. Okay. Yeah, Marugraj, any question for you from your side? Anyone else? Any question? We'll go ahead. As we go on, we'll see this. Then next, what is the pattern, revised pattern? See, from this latest 2025 onwards, September, the exam pattern has changed for the CDCS. Based on the latest official CDCS qualification specification published by LIBF. See, LIBF is from London. Okay. So you can call it London Institute of Banking and Finance. This institute conducts this CDCS exam. The result is very hard, almost 2 to 3%. But the salary is also very hard. Means if you clear this, whatever you'll earn up to the age of 58 in your bank, the same amount you will earn by the age of 35 or max to max 40. And for remaining 18 years of your life, you will be free. Imagine 18 years you have a free life. What all can you do in 18 years? Lot of things, right? So clear CDCS as early as possible. I cleared my CDCS at the age of 30. Yeah, 29, 30 only. I have many students who are doing MBAs. See, see, one thing you note, CDCS can be given by anyone. Anyone. I have many students who are just MBAs, doing their MBA. And while doing the MBA, they have cleared CDCS. Once they have cleared, now they have joined foreign banks immediately. Day one, they have joined the foreign banks. And salaries immediately started huge. So it takes you huge. It takes you well above the lot, right? Means separate the chaff, right? We call it. So based on the latest official CDCS qualification specifications, the structure is this. There are two parts now. Unit 1, Unit 2. Unit 1 is Foundation of Documentary Credits, FODC, and second is MGDC, Management of Documentary Credits. These are the two parts made. Now, what are these two parts? Let's study one by one. See this, Foundation. What is the format for Foundation? Assessment format. 90-minute exam, multiple choice questions, 50 multiple choice questions. Passing is 70%. Out of 50, you must get 35. 70% passing minimum. See, it's tough, really tough. That's why the result is very less. Okay? Got it? So passing is 70%. 35 out of 50, you must get it. And these are all objective questions. No case studies over here in FODC. In FODC, no case studies. Okay? What is the syllabus for FODC? What do you study in this? See, purpose and operations of documentary credits. Why should we have documentary credits? What is the rule? What is the role of documentary credits? Role of the parties, issuing bank, advising bank, applicant. Many banks are there. Confirming bank, then negotiating bank, reimbursing bank. Many banks are there. So role of the various parties. Then, in fact, it's not mentioned, I think so, over here, but various types of LCs, those are also studied over here. Revolving LC, evergreen LC. So many types of LCs are there. Green clause LC, red clause LC. There are many types of LCs. Direct payment LC, those are also there. Then not only LC, related to ISP also, standby. See, it is not only related to normal letter of credits under UCP. It is related to guarantees also. Guarantees means standby LCs under ISP 98. Those are also studied over here. That is also a tough part. Okay? Yeah, Murugraj. Acha, Murugraj is saying I have cleared by IBF certificate in foreign exchange, trade finance, facilities for individuals. Areva, after can I try in another bank? After clearing CDCS, can I try in another bank? But experience is not 15 years in general banking, 1 year working in international. My God, you have a good experience, Murugraj. Okay? After clearing CDCS, can I try in other bank? Can I get a job without experience? Yeah, you can definitely get it. You can definitely get it. See, if you have cleared CDCS, it means you have that much caliber of working on LCs. See, one thing you note, why CDCS is important. When I was working with the foreign banks, I worked with all the names which you have seen. When I was working with the foreign banks, each LC, single LC which comes for around, on an average, if you're talking of small customers, it comes on an average around $70,000 average. Like that, in a day, you get around 50 to 60 LCs in many of the big banks. 50 to 60 LCs per day when you are working in the operation center or at the processing center. 50 to 60 LCs of around $50,000 or $70,000 count to huge amount. Convert it to rupees. Even a single mistake of yours will count a huge amount, isn't it? It will lead to a huge disaster. That's why this CDCS is required. Once you have CDCS and once you are thorough in UCP and all these 5 elements, mainly UCP and ISBP, once you are thorough in this, it should be so by heart, it should be so understood by you that you get any trade document, you must be able to immediately point out the mistakes. Okay, that's what is needed. Got it? So you can definitely get it. Murugraj, you can definitely get the job in foreign banks also. Directly foreign banks. Directly you can move on to foreign banks. So, role of the parties, key concepts under UCP 600, other settlement methods, advance payment, just now I discussed this. Sale contract components and Incoterms, we have discussed this. Pre-issuance considerations, issuing and advising credits. So pre-issuance, what is pre-issuance? Means before issuing the credit, what can you give? And what are the rules to be followed? Okay, that is known as pre-issuance credit. That's a separate part. Then handling amendments and confirmations. How to handle? Can I use different banks for handling LC and amendment? Can I confirm the amendment? Can I leave the amendment without confirmation? This is also studied over here. Then second is MGDC, management. Under MGDC, you have 105-minute exam. See, this year the time is extra, right? It consists of, now here it has 2 parts. Earlier you had only objective questions. Now you have 2 parts. The 2 parts are 20 multiple choice questions. So these are tough ones. Okay, these are called as standalone. Then 3 document checking simulations. These are called as in basket. Earlier exam, this was called as in basket. Okay, so 3 samples or 3 case studies will be given. Okay, then passing requirements are 70%. Now, detailed about the case studies, look at this. Whenever we provide the course material at CDCS, see at Adda247, we are providing the course material. The course material which we provide, we give you around 22 to 25 case studies. 3 are asked, we give you 22 to 25. And those are same as that of which are asked in the exam. I have myself prepared that those with the help of with my previous experiences and my practical experience, as well as in the CDCS exam, various papers which we have. Okay, so 22 case studies and solved ones. You can try it yourself and then you can again check it. Okay, passing requirement again 70%. What do you have in MGDC? Say this. Document characteristics and presentation requirements, checking criteria under UCP, ISBP, identifying discrepancies and handling notices of refusal, finding out the discrepancies in this, and how to handle the notices of refusal. Suppose if there is a refusal notice, what are the rules? How many days are there? Okay, settlement under honor, negotiation, reimbursement, transferable credits, assignment of proceeds. These are all articles of UCP 600. Transferable credit is article number 38. This is 39. Okay, settlement under honor, negotiation, and reimbursement. These are again the articles. Okay, UCP 39 articles are very important. Standby credits under ISP 98. Reimbursement practices under URR 725. See, reimbursement practices and standby means what? Standby is a sort of guarantee. We hardly issue it in our country, but in foreign countries or in USA and Europe, they mainly issue standbys. Standby is nothing but a guarantee, another name of guarantee you can call it. Of course, technically these are two separate words. For guarantee, you have URDG rules. But standby is also sort of that only. Okay? Then reimbursement practices under URR 725. Reimbursement practices, URR 725 comes in picture if your bank doesn't have a nose-to-vosto arrangement with each other. You are using the third bank, that is called as reimbursing bank. Electronic presentations under EUCP, now it's 2.1. So what are the advancements in LCs? How the electronic presentations are done? Everything is studied over here. AML sanctions, dispute handling, including DOCDEX. So AML sanctions, see AML anti-money laundering sanctions. What is DOCDEX? DOCDEX is a sort of mini court, you can call it, or quasi court, you can call it. Means if any query is there related to LCs and it is not solved anywhere, so it will go to DOCDEX. Okay. Then we'll study, now I'll give you some details. UCP 600, addressing developments in banking, transport and insurance industries. Easier language, style to remove wordings that could lead to inconsistent applications and interpretations. Reviewing ICC opinions, DOCDEX decisions. Considering the incorporation of our relationship with ISBP 6, now it is 8 to 1. URR 7 to 5, now this is also 7 to 5. All the things have changed now, latest advancements, okay? And EUCP 2.1 it is now. Only ISP is same, 98, okay? So see this, DOCDEX means what? Documentary Credit Dispute Resolution Expertise is a dispute resolution system for trade finance related instruments, okay? Dispute resolution system. So mini quote I told you, right? Let me see the queries in the meantime. What are the queries, anyone? Yeah. Next, okay. So now UCP. Next is what? Key sections and articles. Now this we won't go in details today because we are not going to discuss the complete portion today. It's more about who can use it. What's the use of CDCS? The detailed portion we'll discuss it some other day also. In fact, I've created videos on the same. You can watch it on CDCS at Adda247. Don't miss this channel. Okay, this is very useful for CDCS. You be in any country, kindly follow the channel. You want to join the classes, you can definitely call on the number given. Okay, the number is given below also. You can call on that number and you can definitely join it. Join the classes. All they are, see, time is not a limitation. You be in any country. These are pre-recorded sessions. We also have the doubt sessions on Sundays at 7 a.m. in the morning, Indian Standard Time. So you can join it. If you have any doubt, and also we are available on all the social media channels, right? Exam delivery and format. Exam is delivered online through LIBF's Brightspace platform. No preset dates. See, there are no dates. There's nothing like every 6 months, May, June, July, something. You can give it any time. Exams are on demand within 12 months of registration. See, important is within 12 months of registration. Once you do the registration, your time starts. From that day till the next year, same day, you have to give both the exams. Both, huh? This FODC and MGDC also. Within 1 year, you have to give it. You can give any exam anytime. You can give MGDC first, FODC second. You can give FODC first, MGDC second. Anything you can do. Candidates may take each unit separately as per their readiness. 360-degree room scan required to start the remote proctored exam. See, this is very important now. Now, many exams are going remote proctored. Means you can sit at home, though you need not go anywhere, and you give the exam. So you have to give before starting the exam. They have their own systems. So they will check your room, entire room, whether you are copying anything. Your eye movements are checked in the exams. Very important. Kindly note, your eye movements are checked. If your eye movements are here and there, they immediately come to know that you are doing something fraud as such. Okay? Registration and receipts. Registration is valid for 12 months, during which candidates may take one attempt per unit. See, one attempt per unit. You can give FODC and MGDC once only. Okay? Receipts are permitted, subject to receipt fees. Suppose if you clear FODC this time, MGDC you don't clear it in 12 months, then you can get a receipt for MGDC separately. If you clear MGDC, you don't clear FODC, you can go for FODC next year with the receipt fees for only that exam. Okay? See the study time, how much is required? FODC you require around 100 hours. MGDC you require around 200 hours, because this is a bit tighter one, tougher one. Okay? Total qualification time obviously 300 hours. See, this is in hours. But practically this becomes 300 hours means how many days? 24 hours. So per day if you can study, let's say 2 hours, then 150 days. See, you don't consider 24 hours because you don't study 24 hours. This is study time. So study time is 300 hours. It means divided by 2, roughly. 2 hours if you study per day. So 150 days would be required. Okay? But if you want to speed up this, see, this is given as per your individual study time. But if you take Adda247 classes and you start the studies through our courses, this 300 hours will get reduced to roughly 100 hours. Within 100 hours, you will be able to complete, because what I have done in the lectures, I have simplified each and every article. See, I am giving some article samples on the free channel also, YouTube channel, CDCS Adda247. Kindly check that. There you will get the idea. Okay? Any question? Yeah. Which one is first, FODC or MGDC? Okay, that I have answered just now. So you can give any exam first, FODC or MGDC. Any exam you can give it first. Okay? Next. Grading, already we have discussed 70%. Pass is 70 to 94%. Distinction is 95 to 100%. See, even if you pass, it's okay. Okay, this is also very important. Okay? But if you get 95 to 100, then you are above the clouds. Okay? This information is intended for benefit of CDCS aspirants. For detailed information, obviously, you follow the Adda247 channel also. Now, this is about ISBP. I won't discuss the matter subjects today. Okay, contents of ISBP and everything that I have already discussed separately. Okay? So, that was it about today's session. See, important part, what we had to deliver today, who can appear for CDCS, What is the method of appearing for CDCS? What is the method of class of the exam sessions? What generally it covers? Okay, so I hope you all might have got the information. If any doubt, any question, you can definitely write to us on the social media. You can call on the number given. Our numbers are ready over here. Okay? Okay. Let me show you that also. See, you can go to Adda247. See, if you go to Adda247, type CDCS at Adda247. Okay? Go to YouTube. YouTube. Here you type CDCS at Adda247. CDCS. CDCS Adda247. Okay? You can get this. See, CDCS at Adda247. You can directly go over here. If you go to CDCS at Adda247, you will see all the videos, live videos. Check these. Okay? Everything is updated. Every week I take banking highlights per week. Tomorrow also I'll be taking. So follow that. You check the channels. See, full channel, everything is included over here. If you check the channels, check the videos. All the videos are uploaded over here. If you go to Adda247 for joining the class, go to Adda247 for joining the class. Okay? See, here you will see CDCS exam. See this, CDCS. You can join it directly. If you use the code Vishal Sir 50, okay? See this, Vishal Sir, buy now. Put the code Vishal Sir 50, VISHAL SIR 50. You put this code and you will get directly 50% off. If you have any doubt, the number is given. You can call on the number. See this number. 92400232281. 919240023281. You can call on this number. Follow our YouTube channel CDCS at Adda247 and join the classes over here. Okay, everyone? Got the information? Okay? Chalo, let's take the leave then. Bye.